So how did the most incredible meditation, energy work, and mind-body-spirit connection system end up in Ogden, Utah, of all places? Coming from across overseas in a land far, far away to land in a small town that is barely on any map. It's an interesting question. You know, when I was 5, I had chicken pox and like 103-degree fever. I was hallucinating, and back in those days, you had to rent a VHS VCR. So my mom went to the video store and got a VHS VCR, and she rented a bunch of movies and came home, and I was totally enthralled. I watched one in particular that was so magic for me because I was hallucinating, and I was watching a mid-80s B ninja movie, the kind with lip syncing where, "Stop! You insult me! Prepare to die!" And they were like jumping off 100-foot buildings and landing whoosh, in the superhero stance. They were throwing ninja stars like 100 yards and hitting the guy right in the eye. And I was just enamored. I said, oh my gosh, I can't wait to heal up. I can't wait to try this. So I did get better, and I went and jumped off my hay barn. We had horses and animals and whatnot. I lived out in the country, and things didn't turn out like they did in the movies. I landed in a big pile of blood and tears and spit and dust, and it was really gnarly and left quite an impression on me because it was painful. And it said, oh, movie magic is just that. It's movie magic. It's not real. And the next year I got a chance to see Karate Kid and Star Wars. So I had kind of a mixed message here going on. Hey, I can do cool martial arts, and Mr. Miyagi did healing stuff and whatever. And then Star Wars, and it really piqued my interest, but I always had this doubt in my mind, hey, that doesn't really exist. And a few years went by. I was like 10 or 12, and I got a chance to see a group of traveling Shaolin monks. And these guys were like 90 years old, straight out of a monastery in China. They were like this tall, so wrinkly, they looked like a sun-dried raisin, and they were doing the most amazing mind over matter and chi demonstrations. They were, asking for volunteers, and a bunch of big, husky football players hopped up there. And this one guy, the littlest guy, all of them, just barely touches him. And the football player goes flying backwards, lands on his behind, he's leaving skid marks. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that guy's like Luke Skywalker, but old. It really caught my attention. But the next thing that I saw just totally hooked me and blew me away. This lady came out onto the stage. She was using a walker. She could barely walk. And she made it to the center of the stage, and they laid her down, and this old monk goes like this over the top of her leg. And like, I swear, 30 seconds later, she gets up and walks away. And I was just like, jaw on the floor. Oh my gosh, what did I just see? That is magic. I need to find out how to do that. So I started looking into martial arts, and I became quite an accomplished martial arts artist. But really it had more to do with the fighting, and especially over here, big egos and bobbleheads and all that kind of stuff. And what I was really looking for was mind over matter. I wanted real life Jedi powers. I wanted the ability to make a difference in the universe and turn frowns upside down. And when we found Empe, or Merpati Putih, the full martial art from the royal family of Java, Indonesia, I knew that I'd found home. This was unlike anything that I'd ever seen before, and it was all based on love, personal empowerment, and self-discovery. I've been through so many amazing experiences over the years. I'm going to have a lot of stories coming up. But as it is for right now, this is what set into motion how our curiosity was piqued and how we ended up in Ogden, Utah. Can't wait to see you here.